Okay. Okay, I think we're recording, so I'm gonna get started. Well, thank you and welcome to the first episode of the 4 episode that we're gonna have in the program. I'd like to welcome Stephanie and maybe tell that we haven't known each other too long. We met a few weeks ago after I listened to the podcast of a friend of mine, good friend of mine, Ariane Lianza Eins, and her podcast is called the Creator Mindset Podcast. I can share that later for anyone that wants to know about it. And when I was listening to the podcast, I actually Stephanie was one of the guests there, and really intrigued me what she was talking about. And I thought this is the perfect thing to talk about this month with you girls. So I invited her, and I'm really happy she said yes, and that she's going to share her knowledge and her everything that she knows with us today. So maybe you want to start with introducing yourself a bit, telling us and telling the audience a little bit about who you are and what it is that you do.
Thank you, Nancy, for inviting me. For inviting me to your detox program and to this amazing work everyone will do during this time, because it's a work to work on detox program, and I'm very happy to be there. My native language is French, so thank you for accepting me to talk with my English, which is what it is. It's my English.
It's and
I will do my best to help people, all these people who will do this work on themselves. So my goal is to help everyone to be at the right time, at the right place. So I feel to be here at the right time, right place with you.
Oh, great.
I changed completely my philosophy 20 years ago, as I was in my life completely different, because I used to be indoctrinated by beliefs of the consciousness that I had to be a performant girl with success in business, and I used to have all this and to have great professional life and all this and money, and I'm very proud about myself, and finally at one level I realized that wasn't me, and it wasn't my life, and I was not in my life. I was in the life my parents, the society, and yes, that was not mine, that was there. So I decided to stop with this life, which was very fast and very not so happy. And I decided to see life in another way. I could realize that even if you have the same goal, the same project, or the same person with you, depending on the time, on the place, it never happens in the same way. So I decided to explore what I couldn't understand with my mental, and what was there I couldn't understand about time and space. And then I studied again, and I quit my job. I quit all this, and I decided to move from Paris to Lyon, which is another city, less bigger than Paris. But I needed to be more close to reality of life, of the environment. And I studied Chinese philosophy. And Chinese philosophy is a way to integrate time and space in our life. You know, Nancy, if you want to go on the sea and to make a trip with a boat, if it's really windy, you won't go out. because it's too dangerous, and you stay quiet at home, in the port, we say, no?
Yeah, and the marina and the port. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
yeah.
you stay there because it's too windy and it's too dangerous. And in our life, even if we know it's windy, we have some goals or some objective, and with the mental we say we can do it. And we go even if it's windy. With this philosophy, if you know that it's not the good time or it's not the good place, you have to feel it and to choose not to go. And this philosophy changed completely my life, because when you can analyze the timing, and when you can analyze also the space, your life changed. And my life changed completely then at this point, because I know that there are some times I can do this, and the timing will help me to go in this way. And I know there are times it's better not to do anything. So the purpose of this philosophy is to make, can we say this, economy, to not to take on your energy, to I'm going to see the translator.
Yeah, I think you want to say that that you can you adjust your strategy so that you can that you know when it's a time to do something and when it's not the time to do something.
Yes, to save forces. So this is the purpose of this philosophy. So I I changed completely my life, and then I moved again in the south of France to be more closer to the beautiful light of this area here. It's very bright here, and lots of it's really shiny, and it's I decided to be close to nature, to contemplate and to understand what's happening. So my life changes completely. I studied feng shui and Chinese astrology, and I start my new life with this. And I'm so happy now to be close to people or to firm, lots of firm who want to use this to save their forces. And in your program, I'm so happy to be there, because my goal is to help you and all your community to save your force during this program, because you told me it was 21 day, no?
28 days. So we're gonna have 4 weeks. 4 weeks.
20 days. And in this philosophy, we have cycle. And every day of these 20 days, please, my first advice would be that every day is a new day. And it's like you make a reset, and you have something new who can appear. So to be very, to become in consciousness with what you feel and what's happening every day. In this philosophy, time is not seen as we can see it in our Occidental philosophy. In Occidental philosophy, time is like a line. It's 2020, 21, 2021, 2022, and years are like this. In Chinese philosophy, there are cycles. And what you are doing with your detox program is like creating a new cycle in your body, in your consciousness. And cycle in this Chinese philosophy are cycle of 12 days, like the 12 animals which are in the horoscope. And there are 12 animals which are connected to the 5 elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. And so when you multiply 12 animals with 5 elements, it makes a cycle of 60 days, 60 years, 60 months. So the more important birthday to celebrate is your 60 years.
Your 60s, okay.
Because you are like wisdom. You have experimented all, so you can do this.
You have the you've had the full cycle, really.
Yeah. So when you come in your 61st year, you have already experimented.
That's interesting, because a lot of people, what we call like now the midlife crisis, or the life crisis that comes normally between your 50. I mean, for a lot of people, between your 50 and your 60s. I think that now that you talk about it, that has a lot to do with what you've learned and now you know better, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Interesting. I just noticed that you have the circles behind you, and that's not an accident, of course.
Yeah, this is a wall I used to do with an architecture people. You said it. She helped me to make this because I made research 7 years ago. I wanted to help people not to make research as I do for 20 years, but to feel every day something new. So I created a method which is called Keroscope. Keros is the god of opportunity in Greek mythology. You know, like Chronos is time, which is on our
watch. Yeah.
And Keros is the god who takes opportunity. Before time, it's not time. After time, it's not time. So I think the Detox Program is really in the good time now in this year. Because
yeah, that's what I actually, when I was listening to the podcast, that's one of the things that struck me. And one of my intentions with this detox program is just to help people reset and to look at the things they can do and they can change, and not all the things that right now, with the current circumstances, we can very quickly feel powerless. And one of my goals is to get that back, to feel like we do have power and we can choose how we make the rest of the year happen. And when I was listening to your podcast, you talked about the kind of year that it is, and maybe the things that we should be doing this year, the energy that the year has, and the things that maybe we shouldn't be doing. And I thought this is really valuable information, and if you know that, you can also adjust the things you're going to do this year. And that was one of the main reasons why I thought I have to call you and I have to have you share with us in this program. So go ahead and tell us a bit more about the year energy. And
every year is a kind of energy, and 2020 was the year of the metal rat. And every year I made conference, you say, to analyze what will happen or what kind of energy is in the year, and so how you can position yourself in the year. And in 2020, I said to people, wow, this will be the most powerful year to clean up many things and to make things really discreated in our life. And be careful, because this will be a year which will bring you many fears. Really, the most fears you can. Metal is connected to your teeth. And I said that will be something which will come from this. And so I didn't know about COVID at this time, because I made my conference in February. It was
Right before, right at the, yeah.
It was so big. And I said to people last year that you have to work on your fear, and even not on the humanity fear, but on your own fear about death, about I don't know. So that was last year. This year I made a new conference. We are in 2021 in the year of the methyl oaks. Oaks, Nancy, how do you feel or how do you see this animal?
Powerful, strong, focused, yeah, strong, I think.
And even if it's just a picture and it's like, okay, we can say strong and that's it. But what does it mean? Moreover, it's a year which comes just after the rat, and the rat pushed away many things, many beliefs, many things. And we see that every one of us, everyone can live now in another way. We have to stay more at home, or we are less connected physically with people, and with business many things change. And okay, so that was clean. And this year of oaks, metal oaks, help us to create with patience our new life based on something new we decide to create now. It's like we can't do as we have done before. It's finished. We have all to create our own reality. So to work on our beliefs, I am also an avatar master, which is the powerful course of self-development to work on your consciousness and your belief. So I help people to work with this because it's really important now to create something new. And it's also the Detox Program is really the best thing to do now, because we are now in March, and you will start this now in March. And every month, every day are also connected to a type of energy. And March is the most powerful month to be optimistic and to create a new way of living. It's the month of the rabbit. And if all this is a little bit Chinese, what does it mean? Rabbit, it's lots of wood, and wood is connected to our emotion, connected to how do you say espoir? I'm going to use
when I think of wood, I think that's also the way we are connected to the earth, and also what makes us grounded. That's what I think about.
Sure. And espoir, when you want something and you hope you will have it, how do you say hope? No.
Hope. Well, maybe your dreams, your wish, your
to put yes,
your intention.
Your intention can be changed. So this is the time to do it, and to work a lot on your emotion, and to see what emotion still make you angry. This month help you to get out of what the feeling of being angry. Angry or angry?
Angry, yeah, anger, yeah.
Angry about, I don't know, about what's happening now in our life, not be connected with this, not traveling, not, I don't know, but working on this and to be calm on yourself and to put away, to detox about this belief, I won't get out of this situation, I won't blah, 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 to work on this. So every day, please have an eye on what you feel, what are you believe, and accept to change every day a little bit of this.
Okay,
And
so
if you work on time, you can work also on your place, on your working on the feng shui of your home, because working on yourself, it's working inside, but inside mean also in your space, in your home. And what you can do during this detox program is to open
the windows.
huh?
Open the windows or the closet.
Yeah, but open, how do you say, the place you put your
junk or your junk closet, or the place where you shove everything in it, or is that what you want to say?
Your closet, yes.
Your closet, yeah. Open your closet.
Open it,
Yeah.
please. Open it and have a look in it, in your dressing, for example, and look at it and say, okay, and make be very clear about what type of dress, clothes you want to keep with you, and this one you don't need now, because maybe it's more than 1 year you didn't wear it, and maybe it is not connected to you now because you don't see you in this. So it's time to open windows, to open closets, to open your dressing, and to decide what you keep with you and what you don't keep. This is a detox program, and you have to detox your closet. If you want to put something new, a new dress, for example, for spring, in your dressing, and all your dressing is completely full, you can't put something new in because there is no place. Same for your book. If you buy a new book and you want to put it in the closet, it's impossible because there is no place. So in this detox program, you will create some space for something new in your body, but not also in your body, in your life. And it starts with your body, but it starts also in your life. How can I create something new in my life? First of all, I have to be clear about what is around me. I decided to, how do you say, trier? Decided to make, how do you say, to make a sort, to sort.
Salt them.
Yes. To sort the clothes, you have to sort the clothes, the object, you want.
Not to sort. Yeah. Yes.
And it's even the same with your relationship. This detox program is not to be to have toxic things with people. If some people around you are always saying, I'm fed up with this situation, it never will happen, I'm fed up not to travel, I'm fed up with this, okay, and so what? What's new? What's the hope? If you feel that you don't want to be in this
energy,
it's your responsibility to change it and to stop with it. So make your best change something. So to call this person and say, okay, you're my friend, I love you, and but please, can we have some other talks than this one? Always being scared or being completely discouraged about your life. So
it's also being it's also being, for me, I try to think about when I'm in the energy, you know, and I don't feel very positive. I think I ask myself, am I in a victim am I in a victim mode, or am I in a creative mode? And that shifts me completely, because I'm like, wait a minute, but I have the power to choose something different. I mean, sometimes it's hard, but that is very clear to me. Am I in the victim, or am I in the creative mode? And that makes it simple for me to recognize.
And you give me the idea to share with you an exercise from the Avatar course, which is when you are really discouraged, you can just call or send a message to people who inspire you, and
that's a rule of 5, eh? The rule of 5.
Yeah, and say to them how they do well in their life, how you're happy to be connected with them, and doing this make you gain courage to go further.
Yeah,
it's really nice. And what also you can do is to have this Keroscope book, which is like a diary. It's called Keroscope. Even if it's in French, it's really simple to use it, because it can help you during this detox program, because it's like a diary. Every day you open it and you have this, which is like every day you can see every day the
color,
date.
there's colors.
The date. And today, for example, we are in March. We are 17 March. Well, the detox program is on 22 March, because I'm happy to prepare you with this.
Yeah.
And the date of the beginning, tell me again. It's 22.
Yeah, it's the 22nd. Yeah.
March will be the energy of her snake. So 22 March in this year is energy of snake. So I'm going to open and to see what is the kind of energy for today, 22.
Yeah, great.
Open, and 22 snake is here. It's written in French, but very simple. You can see this is snake. And here you have like 3 advice for the day. And if you are in trouble, you have 2 advice here, which are really simple to read. I'm going to read it. And you read this in this morning, today, 22. And at the end of the day, you feel from here what you feel, what did you realize, and what is your advice for when in 60 days you will also have this kind of energy. So you could remember, this is the second part in 60 days you can feel from. So as you have already feel from this, in 60 days you will see, this was a great day. I started my detox program and I was very hopeful to do it, and it was a great day, maybe a little bit difficult, but I loved it. And so in 60 days you can prepare your day in another way. So
it feels to me like if you're going to use this, if you will use this agenda, because it's funny, I started at the beginning of the year. I have just white paper next to my bed, because I thought to myself, I want to write down at the end of the day the things that the moments where I feel like I learned something that shifted me, or that brought me something. So it's kind of like what you're talking about right now, which is really interesting.
Exactly this. And I love this. I love this book, because I'm discovering discovering it now with you. Really,
Oh,
I
that's
didn't do it before, and I'm going to read you what is written here.
okay. Okay.
So funny. I love being right time, right place. So how do you say? I keep what make me happy.
Mhm.
This is one topic you can choose for today. Second topic is I moderate my when I want to go too fast. Okay. And the third one is really, really funny. I allege. Can you say this? Is it the same? I'm packing. Is it this?
Unpacking, to unpack.
I needed to lighten the load. What does this mean? I feel lighter. I need to feel lighter.
Yeah, so like letting go of things and cleaning up and
I
detoxing.
let it
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Now, you know what's really, really interesting? That picking the date of this detox program for me was also a whole process, because I'm always thinking I have to start something at the first of the month. And it didn't feel right to me this year because it was my birthday. It was my baby's birthday. And I thought I want to have a piece of cake and I want to have a glass of champagne. And I am not starting on March 1st. But then the question was, do I wait until April or do I start another day? And I felt into what was right for me, because I thought I'm doing this for me and I wanna expand it to people in my circle, in my tribe, and I'm gonna invite people. But I thought what feels right to me, and then I picked the 22nd. So I was like, this is so awesome because
this is exactly the topic of the energy of the day. It's to feel light. And there are two advice. I can read it with you. Find your limit if you are in trouble. So today, 22 of March, if you find your limit, if you find that you can't go in this way, or just see, I can't go in this way, and it's okay.
Yeah, boundaries. It's playing with your boundaries, or giving your boundaries. Yeah.
And the second advice is to have to laugh about yourself.
Okay, self-love, self-care, or self-love, or
No, to laugh, to
laugh. Okay.
To laugh about yourself.
Okay, yeah, okay.
You will
so
feel
like take things lightly, actually. Yeah, awesome. Well, you know what I love about, now that you're talking about it, what I love about it is that I am a huge believer in self reflection, because I think you can learn, about yourself, but also others, but it also empowers you to learn, from the things that you've did. And this to me feels like you have cycles, and then every once in a while you can self-reflect on what happened, and so you learn from your old self, kind of thing, from things that happen. So that feels very empowering to me, that I am not waiting for someone else to tell me what's right or what's
exactly.
So this feels really good. So I'm already thinking we need to translate this, and in the fall we do a program with your book.
But it's really, the topics are so simple that even people have it in French and they're English or Dutch or I don't know, they can use it, because translating, it's really simple. There are only 3 very short sentences and they can use it. And they can also call me to have their own how do you say, consultation?
Consultation.
Yes, with me. You can find me on.
I will share your information later.
All right.
So if people want to,
And it's also good to know how and which sort of energy each one have in himself or herself, and maybe in this detox program you will change. I don't know exactly how you will do it, Nancy, but people will have changing in ourselves. So my purpose is to help people to be as you said, to be to have the autonomy to decide by themselves, but also when you know yourself that you have maybe lots of fire in your energy or lots of water, you know how to create a balance with it and to create something simple in your life.
Well, it sounds really good. And I am also getting more interested in the last time and starting to look at, you know, what happens, for example, in a female cycle, you know, so that I don't expect too much of myself in the week that, you know, I'm in a cycle. So I'm starting to look at life more in kind of like cycles and like seasons. So I think you also came on my path at the right place and at the right time.
That's cool. And I have another advice for you during this detox program. Is we are in a year of the ox, which is really
heavy.
It's a lot of hairs, heavy, and the best way to go in this year is to create light, to feel light in our body, and to make this less heavy. So it's in our body. So it's with metal. To use metal, it seems that stopping with some kind of pattern we have with food or with many things. And another way to do it, it's to work with your cheese on method. So to breathe, to create time in your daily life to breathe.
I'm just going to show this because when people are watching, I just picked this oil today, right before we started, because this is the oil of this area actually. And I thought, let me open myself up.
Exactly.
Today. Exactly. And yeah, really interesting. Yeah, and the lungs and everything that's happening this year, it's here actually. So it's really interesting.
Yeah. So if people don't have time for meditation or for breathing and having 10 minutes, it's okay. You do as you can. But for example, when you wake up in the morning when you are sitting on your bed before moving and jumping in your life, maybe take 2 minutes. It's not much. 2 minutes and breathe in consciousness. So breathe a new life, breathe your wish, breathe what you want, what you expect, or what you want to experiment in your day today. That's why Keroscope is lots of people who use it now put it just near
next to the bed. Yeah, that's great.
Yes, so they can open it and breathe into it, and it's a good advice to breathe. You said just before, open your windows. Everyone open the windows normally each day to regenerate the air, but open it with consciousness that new air come to you. And something really simple you can do also during this detox program. It's funny, but even it seems really simple, do it. Clean your window.
Interesting.
Clean your window. We are getting out of winter now, and our window are maybe not so, if you don't do it every week.
Definitely not. I have someone that does that, and that's my partner.
But clean like a symbol, like you want to see outside, and the energy from outside coming to you in a clear way, and create something new with new reality from your windows.
Okay.
This is a picture, but this is also what we create in
But
our
it makes
life.
sense. It makes sense. I will integrate this as one of the tips during the week. So that's definitely gonna come. It's interesting because I always around this time have the urge, like I have something that makes me wanna clean up or get rid of things or reorganize. Like I reorganized the office because at some point I thought this is not working because I get really nervous from having too many things around. And and that happens, like it's a cycle. You accumulate things and then at some point you have to clean it up. But in the spring I always get the feeling that I have to do it, and then I feel so good when it's done, and yeah.
This is in many culture. You do it. It's like cleaning, spring cleaning.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what we call it, spring cleaning.
Because in middle, well, all around Mediterranean, people are opening windows because it's
right.
In Jewish culture, it's with Passover. It's time to clean all the stuff and to reorganize because it's more sunny, so we can put out something, and it's a refresh time. But in March now, it's really good time to let something growing in yourself. And if you want to make it grow, and you have to clean the ground, you in the garden now. It's time to clean the garden, to create it for a new.
To prep it,
culture.
And make it ready.
So it is the same in
Yeah, you prepare and you make it ready for the summer, and yeah.
Exactly. So detox program is I think the best time now, because you have to be prepared for this beautiful year of building your life, a new life.
Yeah, well, the program is called A New You.
Sorry?
I said I called my program A New You, so I like it.
I love it. I didn't know.
It's simple. Yeah, it's really simple, but I could not come up with anything better. And I thought, I really just want to create a new version of myself, So I just said, I call it A New You.
I love it. Definitely.
Okay, I see that we have been talking for a while already, but and I can talk for hours with you, but I just wanted to see my notes if I had anything else. I mean, I think we talked about the right place, the right time. We talked about the kind of year it is, the energy, maybe what we should be doing right now, what we shouldn't be doing. Is there anything else you want to share with us that you really want us to know, or anything else you really want the listeners to take away from this call?
Yeah, my last advice is something very important connected to the energy of 2021. It's the will.
The will?
Yeah.
Okay.
The will. Depending on what, the will to continue. That detox program is a new you. But when it will be finished, it's also a new you, and it's like bring with yourself during the 20 days the will to continue. It's not like something like this in your how do you say, in parenthèse, like
tussen now I'm speaking Dutch, in the parentheses, in the
it's not this,
right?
It's a new you now, and please work on your will during this 20 days of continuing, of creating something new. So keep this will all this year, because the year of the Ox of Metal is it's not a fast year. You don't have to be quick to realize. You have to do it step by step, but continuing and continuing and continuing, and having the will that you can do it.
Okay. That is great advice. Well, I am super happy that you made time for me and for us today. I am gonna re-listen to this a few times because I think you give many good tips and many good little, like little quick things that I can use back also in the program to remind people, of different things. And I will share your website, and also, if people want to get your agenda, how to get that. And I'm definitely going to get one because I'm already kind of doing what you're talking about. So I love it. And I also can experiment for myself for the future program.
And just to know, this Keroscope is now in the most famous magazine, French magazine. So for those of you who speak French, if you go to Femme Actuelle, femmeactuelle.fr, which is a famous French magazine, I am every day in this on internet, and you can see my advice connected to Keroscope every day. You can read me and see my advice on this
super cool
magazine.
Super cool. Awesome. I also think that this year is a little bit of the year of the woman, or is that something, or the female energy, feels to me like this year is also a lot about the female energy.
Yeah, for sure, connected to the ground, and yes, for sure.
Okay, I think we can round this up, and I will share the different websites and your number and everything, so that people want to reach out to you and either want to book something or buy the agenda, they can do that. And I am sure we're gonna do more things together in the future. Thank you.
I love it. I wish you all the best. Bye bye.
Enjoy your day.
Bye bye.
Bye. Okay, let's see if I can.